Well, we wondered why Thomas Gravesen had been sent on. Everton will be taking the first kick, and Thomas Gravesen, having volunteered to replace Andy Johnson late on, has the responsibility. Goalkeepers, remember, can move along the line but not off it. Referees have been instructed to look very closely at that. Gravesen gets Everton off to the flying start. He's a folk hero here. He may be borrowed these days, but he's very blue.
Well, that is emphatic enough. I mean, the keeper guesses wrongly, and it's a good, firm, decisive spot kick.
Not the first time he scored in a shootout for this club. He did so against Middlesbrough in a League Cup tie some years ago. Tim Howard, who was introduced to English football in the Community Shield and was a hero in a penalty shootout. Pazzini to take this. And Howard got a hand, but not a strong enough hand to it.
Pazzini will be just glad of the pace he got behind it, John, because it's a great guess from Howard, and he just can't get enough on it.
Next up, it's going to be Yakubu, the leading scorer for Everton. But a player who, in the past, has often veered away from taking penalties. Took a few for Middlesbrough, but he's not had the responsibility for Everton this season. The Nigerian against the Frenchman. And Yakubu hits the inside of the post, and it bounces out.
Well, the keeper's guessed wrongly again, and to be honest, I thought we were going to see the net ripple here, and he's just pulled it a little too much.
The two groups of players tightly bound, either side of the centre spots, arms around each other's shoulders. And looking 40 yards downfield at Ricardo Montolivo. Howard, remember, saved those penalties from Van Bronckhorst and Robert Pires on his debut in that Community Shield. Montolivo still rising when it hit the back of the net, and Fiorentina have the advantage.
Well, that's a good penalty. I mean, he's just gone for power, he's driven it down the middle, but he's hit it very, very strongly, and with Tim Howard guessing to the left, never going to get there.
Arteta, scorer of a penalty at Nuremberg earlier in this run, but his most recent kick was sent sailing over the bar against Zenit St. Petersburg. David Moyes taking a back seat. And Arteta, calm as you like, applauds himself, and why not?
That is very cool. Obviously you're gambling on the fact that the goalkeeper's going to move. It's just as well he did. Casual.
Now the player who's performed the role of pantomime villain to the crowd's satisfaction for much of the evening, the Argentine Pablo Osvaldo. With thousands of Evertonians giving him the whistle. Well, stylish, unorthodox, effective.
Yeah, very, very cool. I mean, he seemed in total control, knew where he wanted to put it, and did it well, did it with aplomb.
Phil Jagielka. It takes a fair amount of courage to step up at this stage. Everton trailing in this shootout. And Jagielka is foiled, and Everton are on the brink of elimination here.
Well, this is a fine save. I mean, he's guessed right, and this is a good, strong hand he's got to that. He needed to fray. He's had an outstanding night, and at this stage, it's looking like the visitors.
It's looking like the visitors, because if Santana scores, Fiorentina will advance to the quarter-final. This could be the end of Everton's run, unless... It's the end for Everton. Fiorentina win through from the spot. Everton, after such a brave comeback, are left crestfallen, down and out.
Well, I really feel for them, because David Moyes can't ask any more of his players tonight. Slightly nervy opening spell, but once the first goal went in, Everton never looked back. And I thought they were outstanding what they gave. And listen to the crowd. Yes, there's huge disappointment in Goodison tonight, but there's also great appreciation of what's been put into the evening. And this has been very, very unlucky. Frey did the trick, really. I thought he's had a great night in goal for Fiorentina after a mistake on the first. But he's the one mainly responsible between the 90 minutes and now the penalties.
And of course, Jim, people will say it's character building. They'll learn from it, but at this moment, it's a bitter taste.
Yeah, it is, John, but I think they will learn from it. I mean, they've had these experiences in the past. You mentioned the Bucharest game from a couple of years back. They learned from that, and we're talking about Everton now needing to take their game on to the next level. You know, they've done incredibly well to get where they are in the Premier League, what they've done in Europe in getting to this stage. Now, can they take it on to the next level? And they're certainly going in the right direction.
So, Everton's run over after trips to the Ukraine and to Germany and to Holland and to Norway, and then to the capital of the Renaissance, to Florence, where the real damage was done in this tie. A valiant comeback this evening, but Sebastian Frey, who began the night with one or two awkward moments, ended it with an awesome one, saving from Phil Jagielka and setting up the chance for Mario Alberto Santana to win the tie for Fiorentina. This was the kick, and once Howard decided